Shalom, giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles, of great most and that rule well. Shalom to Akim that are teaching this word around the globe of faith and truth and sincerity. This is the brother Caleb from the GMS London Forecasters Camp, coming back at you with another lesson. To Lord willing, help edify the Lord's elect. As always, I'd like to start by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites. The real Israelites, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians and West Africans predominantly. However, you are going to get Israelites that do look like the other nations, because Israel has been scattered amongst all people throughout our various captivity. But if your seed line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible that was named Israel, then you too are an Israelite, no matter what you may look like, because the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18 states that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So we've got an article here which came out a few days ago, but I've only just got around to doing a video on it. I know some brothers have already spoken on this topic, but I wanted to chime in on it because it's hilarious. This is from the Guardian newspaper, and it says UK News: OnlyFans to ban adult content. OnlyFans to ban adult material after pressure from payment processors. Now this is bullshit, right? Because really what this is Esau locking down avenues where people can make money, and Esau isn't getting a cut, right? This is what it all boils down to. It's a subscriber-only website synonymous with pornography will now focus more on more mainstream content. See, because a lot of these women, what they were doing is uploading pictures of their naked bodies, or uploading videos of them trying on clothes. Like, they got this thing where these women would try on clothes, like they're put in a bikini and walk around, and men can watch them do that or whatever. Or they'd even be just straight up, having sex and filming it and uploading it on OnlyFans and getting their subscribers to send them money for the videos. So really they were prostituting themselves, but they were able to do it in a way where they were doing it without having to go through the adult porn industry. And that basically it was a way for women to do that, but have control over their own content without having to pay to I don't know, one of them websites or whoever hosts the content, which really it's all ran by those ish people anyway. But basically these women were finding ways to be able to do what they're doing without a pimp, basically, without having to give a kickback to the pimp. So this is funny as hell, man. It says OnlyFans, the subscriber-only website synonymous with pornography, has announced it will ban adult material from the site after pressure from payments processors. The company will continue to allow some posts containing nudity, but any content containing sexually explicit conduct will be banned. And this is hilarious, because this only reason why OnlyFans became a thing is because it was synonymous with this pornography, So the whole point of the platform is kind of been being lost, in a sense. And it's a good thing, because do you think there's going to be an OnlyFans in the kingdom of heaven? No. Do you think there's even going to be pornography in the kingdom of heaven? No. Because men are going to have wives, and wives are going to be obedient unto their husbands, because adultery is a sin unto death. So that shit's rife in this kingdom, because at the moment the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, the Edomites. But when we're in rule, and when we're in the kingdom of heaven, this shit ain't going to be going down. It's not going to be going down. Now, what was I going to say? The interesting thing about this is that this is part of Isaiah 4:1, or rise up, you women that are at ease. Let me find that one. Careless daughters. Yeah, this is Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice. Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. I'll get into that in a minute. But it says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. So this is a prime example of the vintage failing and the gathering not coming, because a lot of these women were making big bucks out of selling their bodies on OnlyFans. and they would have a lot of guys simping and paying them for this content. So these women were doing all right. Well, guess what? That source of income is being destroyed, and that's a part of a prophecy. I just read it, Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, because these women are careless, right? Because they're not considering the judgment that's about to come down from on high via Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It says, many, it says, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. So this is an example of the gathering no longer coming, because all the money they were making from all their subscribers and what do you call it, these simping men who are paying them through the nose for their content, well, that's all dried up now. Yahweh's bringing this thing down, man. See, this is the thing we were talking at camp yesterday about, on all the fronts that Yahweh's moving on at one time. He just is destroying the pride of these women. He's destroying the pride of society as a whole. He's bringing great judgments through these calamities, these earthquakes. Haiti got fucked up. The floods, Germany got fucked up. China got fucked up. Not only that, but he's gathering the troops in the Valley of Jehoshaphat with what's going on in Afghanistan and the Middle East. Furthermore, he's also pushing the serpent's juice on the people, which is a precursor to the MOTB. So the Most High's moving on all fronts, man. All fronts. It's beautiful to see. It's like a perfectly coordinated sequence of events. You know, you couldn't make this up. You couldn't make this up, man. So it says, reading on, it says, the London headquartered outlet has exploded in popularity during lockdown, bringing billions of pounds of revenue as more than 130 million users signed up to subscribe to content or pay to chat with creators. See, these women, man, they'll sit there and you flipping go in there and you're paying money just to fucking talk shit to them. This world is fucked up, man. This world is fucked up, man. Like, the relationships between men and women have broken down to the point where men are so desperate just to talk to a woman that they fucking pay to talk to them. I mean, come on, man. Sad ass shit, man. But this is the world that Esau's created. It says, although OnlyFans insists it has a wide range of people creating material for the site, ranging from chefs to yoga instructors. Nah, bullshit, man. Only reasons why OnlyFans is popular is because you got women showing their asses on there. It is by far the most popular content on the site is pornography. There you go. OnlyFans said the ban, which will come into effect in October, which is beautiful, sweet, because it's going to be a hellish winter, man. Followed pressure from banks and payment processors who raised concerns about the material it hosts. Rather than lose its ability to take payments, which would effectively kill the business altogether, OnlyFans has instead chosen to ban the adult material that has made its name. In order to ensure the long-term sustainability of the platform and continue to host an inclusive community of creators and fans, we must evolve our content guidelines, said a spokesperson for the site. Payment processing companies increasingly control what material pornography sites are able to host. Last December, Visa and MasterCard briefly banned payments to websites owned by online pornography giant MindGeek, following reports it was hosting revenge porn uploaded without the content of those involved. The financial businesses only backtracked when MindGeek deleted tens of millions of unverified videos from its sites, such as Pornhub. OnlyFans has enabled tens of thousands of sex workers to earn substantial incomes in returns for handing over 20% of their earnings to the company, with many creators saying it's given them financial freedom. This is the whole point, because these women aren't supposed to be just out there doing what they want to do. They're supposed to be joined unto their husband, a wife of one husband, or if they're not of marriageable age, they're supposed to be under the care of their fathers. So they're not, women, the word female actually means servant. So the word woman, slakya, actually means servant, female servant. That's the role that the woman was given pertaining to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Remember what it said in Genesis, the 3rd chapter? Let me get that quickly. Let me come back to this. So Genesis, the 3rd chapter says, after they transgressed, Genesis 3 verse 16 says, "And unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow shalt thou bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." Read that again. "And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." So by these women having financial freedom by being able to sell their bodies and prostituting themselves, these women have got puffed up in thinking that, well, I don't need no man, I can do bad all by myself. And then they're going out there and they're trying to live a life independently. But that's not what the woman was created to do. She's supposed to serve her husband and bring forth his children. Because that's her purpose, you know? And her husband is supposed to take care of his wives. Because a man is allowed to have multiple wives, but a woman is only allowed to have one husband. So it says, many of creators are saying it's given them financial freedom. Internal figures obtained by Axios suggest that 16,000 creators earn at least 50,000, which is 36,000 annually from the site. So these men have been getting paid off this thing, man. That's why so many of them are fucking doing it. However, it has also faced growing political and regulatory scrutiny over its ability to remove illegal and exploitative material. Earlier this month, and this is bullshit because Esau ain't righteous, man. Esau don't give a fuck how this material's made. Fucking get out of here with that shit. Esau just wants more than money. So it says, however, it's been facing growing political and regulatory scrutiny over its ability to remove illegal and exploitative material. Earlier this month, more than 100 US congresswomen and congressmen and women demanded a Department of Justice investigation into OnlyFans relating to the alleged presence of underage material on the site. Such issues have scared off potential investors in the company and driven it towards seeking a more mainstream business model similar to other crowdfunding sites such as Patreon, while removing the sex workers who built its audience. An OnlyFans spokesperson said, "We will be sharing more details in the coming days, and we will actively support and guide our creators through this change in content guidelines." OnlyFans remains committed to the highest levels of safety and content moderation of any social platform. All creators are verified prior to being able to upload any content on OnlyFans, and all uploaded content is checked by automated systems and human moderators. Even as the audience for online pornography continues to grow, mainstream internet companies have increasingly distanced themselves from adult material. In 2018, it was banned by Tumblr, while Facebook and Instagram also have bans on explicit content. Twitter is now one of the few leading social media platforms that continues to allow pornography. The company was founded in 2016 by the Essex-based Stokely family, who continue to be public faces of the business and continue to extract substantial sums from the company. However, corporate filings show that it is now entirely owned by a US-based online pornography veteran, Leonardo Ravinsky, who keeps a low profile. See, there you go, man. So it was always owned by someone who was into the porn industry. So that's why it is what it is, and that's the end of the news. But basically, a lot of these women are going to be hurt over this because now they're going to become financially no longer financially secure. And this brings in the prophecy of Isaiah 4 and 1. But before I get there, let me get Isaiah 32 and 9 again once more. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease." So these women in this society have been at ease under Esau, but their ease has come to an end. Now they're going to be in a time of trouble, and in this time of trouble they're going to be seeking for a man to protect them, and not just any man, but a man of the Lord, because the scriptures say, "I will make a man more precious than gold, even in the golden wedge of Ophir." "Rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come." See, this OnlyFans terminating pornographic content is the vintage failing and the gathering not coming. It says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So basically be in a state of humility and shame. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. There you go. So they're going to lament for the teats because they've been sucking these teats of Esau and getting filled off it. So what did I want to get after that? Isaiah 4 and 1. Isaiah 4 and 1. It says, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. In that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely from them that are escaped of Israel." So the elect who are able to escape the destruction, they're going to have beautiful and comely sons and daughters, and the vine is going to flourish, because we're going to bring back the rest of the nation of Israel that perish on this side. We're going to bring them back for our children. They're going to be reincarnated into our children. Now, this is the thing. In order for the women to be saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, they're going to have to be in a state of desperation. That's why this OnlyFans thing being shut down is pushing them in this way. Which is why I said, when you understand the prophecies and you see how it's going, it's beautiful, because there's a lot of women who were living good because they had, like, I don't know, maybe 1 million men subscribe to them and blowing smoke up their asses saying, "Oh baby, you're so beautiful and you're the best thing." Some men even going around calling these women goddesses. "Oh, she's a goddess," and all this kind of shit. You ain't supposed to be in that kind of fucking spirit, man. You ain't supposed to be bowing down before no woman. The woman's not made to be worshipped, man. The woman was made for the man, not the man for the woman. So this thing had to be knocked on the head, and that's what the Most High is doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because as I said, ain't gonna be no OnlyFans in the kingdom of heaven. Ain't gonna be no pornography. Ain't gonna be no need for no Israelite man to go and do no prostitute or anything like that. Because we're all gonna have our wives. We're all gonna have our land. We're gonna have an abundance of wives, man. It's not like you're just gonna be sitting there with one woman for the rest of eternity. No, the Most High is gonna give you all that your heart could desire. And the scriptures even say, King Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, but didn't Yahushua say that even Solomon won't be arrayed as one of these? Roughly paraphrasing, like the glory that King Solomon had is going to be nothing compared to what the elect of the nation of Israel are going to receive. So what else have we got? Micah 7 and 10. Because a lot of these men thought they were too good. Like, "Oh, we're better than you. You're just some fucking nigger." Because especially our women, particularly Jake women, they look down on the Jake man. And that goes back to the Willie Lynch letter, because a lot of our women have been taught that the black man ain't shit. "Oh, he's just a nigger. He ain't nothing. What have you done for me lately?" That Janet Jackson type of spirit. Or what was that other song? "You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. Ain't nothing going on but the rent." That song? That was from the 80s, man. These women talking about how... And you got Beyonce. "Oh, you single ladies? Oh, you single ladies? Say, oh, oh, oh." Beyonce singing about single ladies. And what was that? "You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute." What was that? "Irreplaceable" by Beyonce. All these songs that have got these women gassed. Like, "Oh, we don't need no man. We can do bad all by ourselves." Well, guess what? Them times are over, man. Times are over. Micah chapter 7 and verse 10. Let me start from 9, because 9 is the point. Because we've been in this state. Us Israelite men that are in this truth, we've been in this state. It's Micah 7 verse 9. "I will bear the indignation of Yahweh, because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then," which is what the times we're entering into now, "then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, Where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets." Now that's one of my favourite scriptures, to be honest. Self-explanatory as to why. But that's the point, because now these women are being put into a precarious situation, because there's a lot of women who lost their jobs during the first lockdown, so they turned to OnlyFans and they started to make a pretty penny out of it. Well, guess what? The times of making a pretty penny from showing your ass on the internet and getting paid from simps who will pay for your content has now come to an end. So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? As I read it, Isaiah 32 and 39 and 2, so like Isaiah 39 and 2, Isaiah 4 and 1, and Micah 7 and 10. Those are the times we're coming into. So with that, giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone of all well, and Shalom to keep arguing that they're teaching this word around the globe with faith and truth and sincerity. And until the next lesson I do, Lord's willing, I say Shalom, wa abababal, wa kram yashawala. Shalom for now.